Hi everyone, and welcome to this edition of the Keptn Community and Developer Meeting. Today it will be more, let's say, a little bit more focused on community and on resources around Keptn that we might not have shared in the last meetings. As usual, we are following here the CNCF Code of Conduct. And I'm also asking you to just add your name to the attendee list. It's shared already in the Zoom chat. So today we also have Kartik joining from the Keptn community and actually from the Litmus Chaos team. And as you all know, we are quarterly awarding our community rock stars. And for the last quarter, we are really exciting to announce that Kartik has been awarded as our community rockstar for all of his contributions to the Keptn in Litmus Chaos Engineering integration, and also talking about this integration, presenting it at KubeCon and various other conferences. So this is really great to have Kartik here. And I know that he was sneaking out of another meeting to join us here. So I will already hand it over to Kartik, and then we will just go through the rest of the agenda. But I would just ask Kartik to share a little bit about his contribution and the story. And thanks for joining, and congratulations to the community rockstar of Keptn.
Thank you so much, Jürgen. Thank you for recognizing the contributions. I am actually collecting this award or acknowledging this on behalf of Litmus community and also on behalf of Jürgen, because whatever contributions we made were very much facilitated by and helped by Jürgen. So thank you so much for all the collaboration. Really looking forward to improving upon whatever we have done already. I just spent a couple of minutes talking about the Litmus service for Keptn and the philosophy behind it.
Sorry for interrupting. Do you want to share anything? Because then I can just stop sharing, and if you want to share anything, that's fine. If you don't want to share, that's also fine. Just to let you know.
Yeah, I think the resources around this have already been shared on the link, the community page of Keptn. But I will probably just go ahead and share the blogs that we have written that encapsulates the details of the contribution and also the Litmus control plane service, the plugin. And folks can take a look at this two-part blog series that we have. Part one, that's talking about why chaos is important as part of continuous delivery. Chaos engineering is important as part of continuous delivery. We have explained the rationale and reasoning behind the contributions, and part two actually puts it in practice, basically provides you with a quick demonstration, for which there is also an excellent tutorial from Jürgen in the Keptn website around how you can go ahead and use Litmus Chaos experiment as part of your continuous delivery pipeline. So you are all aware of the shipyard definition within Keptn and how you can add different stages there. So the chaos experiment just fits in as one of the stages within your application delivery pipeline. You can find all the details in these couple of blogs, the links for which we will share it in the community meeting notes or documentation. I'd just like to spend a couple of minutes on why we felt this is important, what we've done till now, and what we might plan to do next. So one of the things that we gathered, I think we figured out both the Keptn as well as the Litmus communities is chaos engineering is not just a freestyle or a manual game day oriented practice. It is something that people are planning to do in an automated way quite regularly, driven in no small part due to the dynamic nature of a Kubernetes deployment environment with all the microservices. So there are releases happening for different components at different times. We would want to verify the sanity of the application changes and would like to evaluate resilience before we actually go ahead and deploy changes into production. So that's where chaos experiments come in, and there is a very seamless way to integrate those chaos experiments into the reliability pipeline with a service called as Litmus service within the Keptn sandbox organization. It runs as part of the control plane and orchestrates the execution of a Litmus chaos experiment. The experiment itself being defined in a declarative way and stored in a Git repository, and sort of lends itself to the Keptn's Git sourced event-driven operational model. So this is something we found, and our thoughts were reinforced and validated in various community discussions, which also led us to talking about it in the KubeCon and CDCon, and it was received well. And there have been a couple of success stories around deployment of Litmus stages within the Keptn application delivery pipeline. There's also Adrian who's spoken about this earlier, and there are also other users who have been trying it successfully. So we have the service available in the Keptn sandbox organization in the Litmus service repository. What we have done right now is integrated Litmus 1.x chaos framework. So you will have, as part of the prerequisites, the chaos operator from Litmus installed, and there will also be experiment definitions that you will be storing in the form of YAML. You will be invoking them as part of your Keptn pipeline. What we would probably go ahead and do next would be to upgrade the Litmus service to use newer versions of Litmus. Litmus is releasing 2.0 in the coming days. On August second half of this month, we are going ahead and releasing the Litmus 2.0, and that will bring with it greater capabilities for steady state validation within an experiment run. And it also has several enhancements for the chaos operator. It also introduces the concept of workflows which can stitch together more than one fault. You would be able to use that within the Keptn pipeline. So that is the change or the upgrade that we would like to make inside of the Litmus service. Another important aspect, another important use case that we have seen people leverage with Litmus and Keptn is quality gates. So when you're executing chaos experiments, you're doing so along with some load generator that's pumping some amount of traffic into your application. So you're not doing failures under utopian conditions, you're doing it under load. And the resilience parameters can be manifested as SLO definitions. So you have service level indicators, you have Prometheus or Dynatrace that Keptn already has. And you can go ahead and monitor for cutoffs against application metrics. And you can see whether those cutoffs were maintained in spite of failures injected while the traffic was going on. So that is not just the concept of doing chaos in CD and testing for availability of the application, or just finding out if it is fine functionality wise and if it is able to recover and if things are sane. You're not just checking that, but you're also checking for performance characteristics and larger set of SLOs through the Keptn quality gates. So the results that you get out of a quality gate, which is evaluated with chaos happening, gives you more confidence than running a quality gate with just the load test. So these are some of the benefits that we would like to share with the community. You can find the details of our thought process and an example in these couple of blogs that we've written, and also in the tutorial. And we are very much looking forward to improving what Litmus service has to offer, and also make the right changes to promote it within the hierarchy of projects or integrations within Keptn to Keptn contrib by making the right set of validations and unit tests and other changes that are required in order to do so. So looking forward to do that in the coming days. And I would like to, with that, I would just like to conclude and thank the Keptn project community once again for this recognition. It really motivates us to do better and increase the possibilities with Litmus in Keptn.
Cool. Thank you, Kartik. That's really cool. I just added the blog also in our meeting document. So everyone that is not yet familiar with the blog, you will find it here. And I will also add 1 or 2 videos that we did together. For example, the presentation at KubeCon here, so you can also have a look. And actually, I think it's already linked in our Rockstar page. Let me just have a look here. Yeah, it's actually linked here, the KubeCon talk that we get together virtually in the Europe edition of KubeCon. You will find it already officially on the Keptn website. So thanks again, Kartik, for joining and also sharing your the story of Litmus and Keptn. And I know you have to jump to another meeting. So yeah, thanks again for joining, and looking forward to more collaboration with you and the community from Litmus.
Thank you.
Then moving on to the next part. And probably if you have any questions for Kartik or for the integrations, feel free to also, if it's more regarding the integrations, feel free to also reach out to me. And if it's more for Kartik, you will also find him in the CNCF Slack. Yes, I know for today, we agreed that he has to jump to another meeting. So regarding new content on the Keptn community, we do have some new content in terms of blogs. So there are the 2, let's say, success stories, new stories of Keptn adopters, how they are using Keptn and what Keptn is actually doing for them. The first one is around from a large Austrian bank and financial institution, and the second one is more on validating environments, also based with SLIs and SLOs, quality gates from Keptn. So you will also find the links here. The last one is just a blog on the Locust integration we did together with our friends from Locust, or work together how Locust is working and how to provide the integration between Locust, load testing, and Keptn. Then there are 2 blogs actually that are fairly new from our community member Adrian, who cannot join today, but he might join in the next editions of our community meetings, and maybe he can give more insights. It's actually it's 2 blogs. It's the same topic. One is written in French and the other one is written in English. And you will also find it here. It's on the conceptual part on the power of SLOs, and then on the example of Keptn, how SLOs are done in Keptn. From the last Keptn, if there are any questions, if I see something in the chat here. Yeah. Okay, so no questions directly to this. If there are any more questions, feel free to interrupt or to just put them in the chat. For new content on Keptn.sh, we last week or this week actually, we put a couple of videos that we did together with the community. For example, with Savitha from Mindtree. We put it on Keptn.sh/resources, and you will find it there. It's a recording of the last Keptn user group, and also a recording of a meetup I did on how to integrate Prometheus in Keptn. So those 2 were missing, and we added them now on the Keptn resources page. That actually brings me to one of the last points for today's meeting, to the next Keptn user group. I know that we have some folks that are fairly new to the Keptn community joining in this meeting. So we always have the Keptn user group and the Keptn community meeting and developer meeting. The developer meeting is more focused on Keptn developers and kind of how you can contribute to Keptn, take a look at the latest developments of Keptn. The Keptn user group is on the other hand focused on hearing the stories from the Keptn adopters, how they are using Keptn in their organizations. And yeah, for the next Keptn user group, we invited Maurizio. He is actually affiliated with the CDF, and he just recently changed jobs. So I'm not sure who is the current employer, and I won't mention it here.
VMware.
Pardon?
If you are talking about Celaboy, then it's VMware.
Oh, now it's VMware. Okay, thanks, Oleg. Yeah, I think he recently just switched jobs. And so he's now with VMware, and Maurizio will be joining and showing and demoing the latest developments we did on the interoperability within continuous delivery, where Maurizio and also Andrea, both from the CDF, have been working together with the Keptn team to provide a POC on how to how to provide an interoperable way between different CD or different tools that happen to be in the CD space, so to say, and on the example of Keptn and Keptn. So everything is based on an open standard that is currently under development, which is the CD events, and we are just, or in this POC, there is a translation between CD events and Keptn events, and with this, both tools can interact together based on this standard. And we will have a look at this in the next Keptn user group, and that's actually on. Let's also put the date here, and it will be on August 17th. Pretty much. Let me just open up the calendar real quick. Yeah, August 17th. August 17th, 2021, and you will find it on keptn.sh/. Yeah. Oh, resume share. Now you should be able to see it. Yes, so I think this was most of the agenda points for today. If there are any more items that we should discuss, I know that we just briefly discussed some other parts, how to kind of organizational parts within the Keptn community that might go on the agenda for next week or for in 2 weeks when there are more people joining, because I know that a lot of Keptn core maintainers, they are actually blocked today by another meeting. But I'm just opening up if there are any more questions that we should discuss or any more items.
For me, no specific questions, just joining to see what happens in the Keptn community. Yeah, looking forward to contributing a bit more in the future and studying the ecosystem.
Cool. Yeah, thanks for joining. And we are looking forward to have you on these regular meetings. They happen Thursday, and we will do one Thursday is more focused on the Keptn core team, where mostly Keptn maintainers share the latest developments of Keptn. And 1 week is more focused on the Keptn community, where we share new community contributions, yeah, and also discuss on PRs and some questions that might arise. Usually we discuss questions also on Slack, on slack.keptn.sh. This is our main channel for discussions, or directly on the PRs, depending on which questions arise.
I guess one of my first big contributions will be creating a quick start guide for Windows. Yeah. Because yeah, right now it's not exactly trivial to get started on Windows, and yeah, let's see. Maybe I will be able to do that, maybe not, but I will definitely share my experiences.
Yeah, so I think our current quick start guide, we could just suggest that for Windows using WSL, and then the quick start guide should work. No, it's not.
It didn't. Okay. I can assure you I tried.
Okay, yeah. That's one thing. I think for us it's always good that there are new, there's a fresh pair of eyes having a look at all the documentation, all the quick starts, the tutorials, because yeah, everyone is just used to its to his or her own environment, and if it works, then it kind of works on my cloud, and then you don't think about others.
That's how it works.
Yeah, then looking forward to new contributions and also seeing you in the next community meeting. Then I think for today, we will close it. You will find the recording also then on YouTube. And yeah, see you all next week in the next Keptn community meeting. And don't forget to join also the Keptn user group on August 17th. Thanks everyone for joining. Have a great rest of the day.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye.